Okay, so this is another timing video for sergers. If when you are trying to stitch and it's not doing stitches and you need to make sure your timing is right, this is how the timing should be. So the needle's down. The upper looper, which is this guy right here, this little guy right here. Okay, it needs to meet I'm doing this real slow so you can see. Before the needles go down, the hole in the middle of that upper looper should be in between both your needles. Let's see if I can't get a little... Actually, I'm going to turn this light off on the machine off, so maybe that... There we go. I don't have so much glare. But here's your upper looper. Here's your two needles. The eye of the upper looper is right between those two needles and when they are at their highest point. So the needles are at the highest point before they start coming down. Now they're coming down. And if you watch the lower looper, it is to the far right when this is lined up with the two needles. And I'm hand turning this so that you can see it in slow motion, basically, how it works. And you'll see now the two eyes of the upper and lower looper are now in line with one another. And that those needles come all the way down. When the needles are all the way down, the upper looper, eye of the upper looper, is, and you can't really see because of the mechanics, but the end of the lower looper is right across from it, So what do you do? And now it goes down further. This needs a little bit of, I vacuumed it out, but it needs some brushing. And when the needles start to come up, and that's how they should be when you want to get a good stitch. Now, let's say you're not getting good stitches and you need to adjust your timing. Well, in order to adjust the timing on this Singer serger, there is one bolt on the lower looper, and you don't typically have to adjust the upper looper when you're fixing your timing. Most of the times it's just the lower looper. So on this particular model machine, because all of the working parts of the upper looper are behind this panel, unless you absolutely have to, you don't need to remove this panel. But there's this bolt on the lower looper right here. Now this is what you would loosen and then manually with your fingers take this and adjust it out or in. And you only want to do it in small, tiny increments. It doesn't take a lot to adjust it. And what you will need to do that is you'll need a 5/16 little wrench. And that 5/16 wrench fits on that bolt. I had it on here earlier perfectly. I mean, it fits it very well. Let me just see if I can hold this. But you can see it's snug. It's not going to wiggle around. And you turn it towards yourself. You take this wrench and you turn it towards yourself. Just a hair, just enough to loosen this. Just to make it not snug. Just untighten this just a tiny bit so that this can move freely. And then you would turn your hand wheel. And you want to do this timing manually without it being turned on. And I have an external light here shining on it so that you can see it. so that once you get it in the right position, let's say we've loosened it, and what you do is when you have your upper looper in place where it's supposed to go between those, the eye of it being between the two needles, you want to line up your lower looper down here. You want to line that up to where this is correct. And this is going to be out here. The best way I can tell you with that is like you turn the wheel towards you, and right here, when the upper looper is just, upper looper is here, it's just below this part of the presser foot, you should be able to see the tip of the lower looper. This model, this part here does not remove. There is a cover that goes here, but this is all encased, which I'm not crazy about that design, but it is what it is. The other way that you can ensure that your lower looper is in the right place, and I just recalled this, is if you lift this, the presser foot up, remove your plate. Let me find my little screwdriver. And that way you can see where the lower looper is. I don't initially take everything apart, just so that you can kind of get a feel for it. So we'll take that little presser foot screw out. Do not lose those. They are valuable and hard to replace. And then I need to get the needles up first, so I can get the plate out of there. See, I can't remember if this has a second screw in it or not. I don't think it does. I don't believe it does. See if I can pop it out. Does it have another one in there? I don't want to take the presser foot off. That's my problem. Oh, there goes the presser foot. Took it off. Took it off anyway. And there we go. So you pop that plate off so that you can actually see where your lower looper is at. Well, now you can see it nice and clear. See the lower looper is right here. So when you loosen that bolt at this juncture, when those needles are all the way down, when they're all the way down, let me see if I can get this thread out of the way so you can see where it's supposed to be. Get these little tweezers that I found. Pull that to the side. Okay. So if you look, see if I can zoom in on it for you. Okay, right behind that, and this is not showing you what I'm trying to show you. So let's get over here. Okay. You see your two needles here? Okay, well those two needles, the hole where the thread goes through it, have to line up this one on the right with the eye of the lower looper at the lowest point of the needle. So when the needles are at their lowest point, you want to make sure those line up. So when you loosen this bolt down here, the one down here, let me move back for a little bit. So when you loosen this bolt, you want to put your needles all the way down as far as they'll go, okay, before they start going up. And the eye of the lower looper will be directly across from the upper looper eye. And that's where you want the right needle to line up with the hole in your lower looper. So let me pull that up. See how it's coming out now? Well, prior to that, wait a minute, let me do this correctly. I'm sorry, this is the guide part of the lower looper. So you want the lower looper, the eye of the lower looper to be in line with the hole of that right needle. And then you tighten it back up. So, as you can see, highest point, the upper looper is between the two needles. There's the eye of the upper looper. The lower looper is basically just past the bar of the upper looper when it's in perfect timing. And then as it comes down, if you watch the eye of the lower loopers here, and it's going to be right in the middle of the two needles when it's at the perfect spot. And that's what you want to do. You want to have that, there it is. So when the needles are all the way down, the eye of the lower looper is literally right behind that first needle. And it takes a little bit of tweaking to get it to where it's supposed to be. But this little bolt down here is the only thing you need to loosen to fix your timing. Hope this is helpful, and have a great one.